Namaste YouTube, welcome to Cafe Innova and welcome to our reaction to Pantera. We are going to react to the song Mouth For War. This is our first time single take honest reaction to this song Mouth For War by Pantera. It's requested by our patron Timothy. Let's get started. Mouth For War.
Mouth For War. Oh.
Wow.
Okay, it started quite abruptly, it just started. And then it ended also quite abruptly. I don't know if it's part of a concept album and it moves on or something like that. But either ways, it was really good. Really, really good stuff. Vocally, musically, the guitars, the drums, mainly the guitar work in this outstanding by Pantera band members. Really well done. The vocals, as usual, on point. Oh, puts everything into it. A lot of use of the throat. And I don't know if naturally he's gifted with a voice like that, or he puts everything into it and it comes out this way. it's talent or it's natural. I don't know, inborn, innate, or made on his own. But he sounds really good when he sings like that, and he usually sings similar in a similar fashion in most of the songs we've heard thus far. And yeah, great music, and yeah, I don't know, put your mouth where it's supposed to be and things like that. Get ready for war. I don't know what exactly Pantera is trying to say through this song. Whether it's an anti-war song or it's a for-war song, pro-war song. I have no clue really, because America and American artists are very difficult at times to interpret. You know, they may mean something and say it totally differently to you. They may manipulate it, conjure it in such a way that you get fooled very easily into thinking, oh, they are such nice people, but actually their guns are pointed towards you, and you just can't see it because you're focused on their mouth. So yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult to interpret artists and a nation like this. For example, New York Times will comment about the state of things in a country such as India when it comes to coronavirus, the deadly coronavirus, American or Wuhan, who knows, the deadly coronavirus. But they'll not print their own picture. What is their own picture? Probably half of America will have the coronavirus in the next 6 months.
Don't they already have it?
Whereas in India, it's half of India is not going to have it. It will probably be 1/30th of India that will have it by the end of it all. But in America, most probably it will be more than half of the country that has it. And if you take the other half, which is lonely, depressed, suffering from cancer, AIDS, hepatitis, Alzheimer's, mental disorders, and so many other problems, you have a real big mess on your hands. So when you comment on other people's affairs and talk about your so-called enemies, take a good hard look at yourself in the mirror. Yeah, let's see what Kirti thinks about this song.
I like the music. I like the guitars, the way they were used. Initially, it was like a motor, the way the sound was coming, like motor music that was created. Towards the end, there was a deviation, and then it changed a little bit. So they made it more back and forth kind of a thing. I like both the effects that were done in the music. As far as the vocals goes, I don't like vocals like this so much. And why I say, in the moment when you're listening to it, it may sound good, but is it sustainable? Is it gonna be the same? And will it have the same effect after 20 years? If somebody is listening to it, it will be sounding ridiculous. So yeah, it just sounds ridiculous if I imagine myself listening to it at a different time. Because I don't know if it requires too much talent to do it. It does require a lot of vocal strength and your courage to do something like that, because it is not that musical. Whatever you're doing is something different or deviant. But is it gonna be always admired by people? I doubt that. Mouth for War, I don't know what all he was talking about. He wanted some truth from this person. He said, don't keep your mouth for war. Maybe he's been abused by somebody so much that it has been, all the time the other person has been saying something about him that he's not liked. Maybe somebody in his life that was very discouraging to him. That is what he's terming as mouth for war. And say some truth from your mouth. I don't know. It reminded me of this South Korean movie. What was that granny movie name, Savi, you remember? Where the granny has a filthy mouth. She can really make people bleed only with her mouth. Yeah, the way she can speak and curse you, that's enough for you to even die. So maybe he had a person like that in his life. So it's a mouthful of a lot of war. That is what it is. I thought it was going to be something about warmongering when it is mouth for war, but I don't think it was related to war at all. But war has become a common household name in America. So war is like a dish. There can be dishes named after that, So there is all this volcano and lava dishes that are there. So a war dish also wouldn't hurt. Definitely wouldn't hurt. And it's part of lifestyle.
If you take, Kirti is exactly right. It's like a dish over there. It's part of everyday life over there.
Lifestyle.
War, hatred, envy, greed. It's part of everyday's life of an American, perhaps.
And guns.
And yeah, it's part of that hatred and greed and violence and terror. And if you take a look at the possibly the biggest grossing movies of the year in America in any calendar year, it usually has something to do with weapons and death and hatred and war and violence. So that is the culture over there. That's the culture in that part of the world, and I feel sad. I really feel sad for them every single day when I think about things like that, listen to songs like this. I feel really sad for how pathetically shallow and depressing the life of an average American is. So it's really sad. It's really sad. It's like a religion, a religion which always wants to harm other religions, kill other religions. In fact, that is part of their holy word, And so, if you belong to a country like that, or a religion like that, or a community like that, obviously your best-selling dishes, your best-selling movies, your songs, everything caters to that market, which believes in violence, which believes in hatred, which believes in all the shit of the world. All the shit of the world. If that's what your religion believes in, your culture believes in, that is what you become. And you don't even realize how bad it has become. When you talk about a religion like the one I'm speaking about, or a country such as America, you won't even realize how bad it has become, how pathetic it has become, for you, not for everyone else.
When you compare to a religion, I understand what is the, analogy that you're trying to draw. Just like in a religion, people stop actually evaluating what is right and what is wrong. They stop being reasonable. They just follow the commandments to the perfection. They don't care if the commandments are outdated, if they are actually any useful, if they are actually helping the world have a better time or not. And the same way, the support for violence in American society has become so deep rooted that people have stopped reasoning with it. They are not any more rational with it, and they keep on defending as if it is way of life. It isn't. Violence cannot be ever a way of life. Life itself is a way of life. What gives life, what improves life is way of life. The recent data that came just 2 days ago, I was watching a news channel and I was reading it up, and it showed that about every hour a child is shot dead in America in the last year, 2021. That would be like 9,600 to 10,000 children dying in 1 year's time, and that is of shooting. So per day, 24 children died of shooting. And what is the data of adults? I don't know. And then again, there is COVID, and there is Alzheimer's, and there is cancer, and then so many infections,
mental
and
disorders,
so many things. So Idi Amin, when he was at his peak of genocide, he was killing about 250 people per day. So this gun violence and whatever the mismanagements that are there and people are not talking about, isn't that killing more people than Idi Amin did? It is, right? So I don't know, why is it not a big deal? Why this state of reign of terror that is going on in the one country, why does it not stop?
And also in one religion.
Ah.